Hello folks, this is I guess it's flute chat number 3. Today we'll talk about fire. I'm in my backyard and I've got a fire going, burning some old cardboard. And let's face it, I'm a bit of a pyro. I like to have a fire. Today I have the D minor bass flute. Remember that tune? Fire by the crazy word of Arthur Brown. I am the god of hellfire. I love that tune. Did you know that Arthur Brown used to perform with a flaming helmet? He was a crazy guy. One time his head caught fire by accident, and it took a couple of people, I think in the audience, to douse beer on it to put it out. That was a crazy world, wasn't it? Did you know that Carl Palmer, the great drummer from Emerson, Lake and Palmer, used to play with Arthur Brown? He was in the band for a while. He went on to join a group called Atomic Rooster before it became Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Speaking of fire, if you recall, the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle kind of believed that there were 4 elements: earth, air, water, and fire. And in addition, there was a 5th element called ether that was the heaven. It was kind of a catch-all for, the light, outer space, things they couldn't quite feel with their hands, understand. Fire also played a really important part in the traditions of Native Americans. Fire was always present in all their ceremonies. And of course, the peace pipe, which was basically smoke, that was considered all fire was considered a gift from the Great Spirit. And when you smoke a pipe, of course, you call forth prayers directly to the Great Spirit. Fire in itself, we'll put some more cardboard on. Fire in itself represented cleansing. And of course, those of you who came from my hometown, Burnt Hills, know that Native Americans used fire to burn off the crops, burn off plants and stuff for each year, because the deer and stuff would come to eat the new seedlings, and that was easier hunting. So let me play a little bit more of the D minor flute. This is a beautiful Native American flute. I get all my flutes from a company in Arizona called High Spirits. I'm not sure if I played the G minor one yet in these kind of chats, but this is a new style that they did 3 or 4 years ago, and this is in D minor. You hear that little bumpy noise because this microphone is kind of just jerry-rigged onto the wooden flute itself with a small rubber pad. So as you see, even that noise, even just touching the holes makes a little noise. But I thought it might need a little extra volume with this puny little amp I have because of the noise of the fire. And unfortunately, there's a jet overhead, of course. So such is life. Even though I'm not in the country, there's noise everywhere. But let me play a little bit more. As you see, it's quite an easy instrument to play, but you have to really make sure you cover the low holes, otherwise you get kind of a muffled sound. Yeah, I occasionally participate in a drum circle down in this beautiful quarry south of here in Portland, Connecticut, in an old quarry. And recently they've asked me to kind of finish off the night by playing the flute next to the fire. It's kind of a spiritual thing. It sounds corny, but it's really, really quite emotional. I think some of you may have seen some of those short videos I posted on that. This is just a poor imitation of the real deal at the quarry view. Got to get this set up just right. As you see, the lowest note is a D, but I can make it even lower by pressing against my leg. That lengthens the tubing where the resonance happen. It's kind of cool. It's a very expressive instrument. Even though it's fairly, it's got a very small range, only an octave and a third. Although this particular flute, you can play some high overtones, which don't always sound that good, but in the right kind of context, it's cool. I'll show you. That's the highest note. Those are overtones. So, that's enough for today. Stay tuned for the next one of these little flute chats. I'll be out in the woods, probably with a different flute, and tell you a little bit more about wherever I am, the history of that. Until then, take care.